Dark phase has been when I shifted to Mumbai from Delhi, where I was doing theatre and I was quite a well-known name. But coming to Mumbai, not working and looking for work, consider those 5 years the darkest phase of my career story. But believe me, I have always enjoyed, uh, each and every phase of my career because I was not expecting too much out of my career. Yes, losing my father was the biggest down till now in my entire career because entire life because he is somebody I loved from the core of my heart. He was very excited to accompany me with my wife when I was going to receive Padma Shri. That time my mother was operated upon, so she couldn't come. She was hospitalized. But my father was somebody who was always a biggest cheerleader of Manoj Bajpayee.
From playing a dacoit in Bandit Queen to leading the charge in Dial 100 as a senior inspector, as evolutionary as his journey been on screen, his off-screen career path has been so aspirational and much more revolutionary. And today I'm sitting with the man, Manoj Bajpayee.
Thank
So,
you.
sir, firstly, welcome to Bollywood Bubble.
Thank you.
I have to start by asking, you are doing Secrets of the Kohinoor as a Sutradhar, and as I had mentioned, with your voice, there couldn't have been a better choice for this. But when we talk about the Secrets of the Kohinoor, you also have quite an illustrious career that you have led. What would you say has been the secret for that?
God's will, God's blessing. These are the things that you can't plan. You can only plan your hard work. You can only plan
Yeah.
uh, what exactly you want to do with your passion. But when it comes to success and the adulation and the recognition, these are the things which it's not in your hand.
Yeah.
The only thing I tell everyone who comes to ask me or to take guidance, and I maintain only one thing: uh, don't think of becoming the most famous guy. Only think of working hard every day. Whether you become famous or not, at least you'll become a fantastic actor.
Yeah. And I have to say, when we talk about your journey, your career, you have been one of those forces who have been able to kind of make the artsy cinema, as we call it, mainstream cinema, where people have accepted it, where people have loved it. So, what were the challenges for you to kind of make the transition happen on your side?
Ah, see, the challenges are not too many. The one big challenge is that you are uh, leaving the mainstream comfort behind and leaving the mainstream money behind,
Yeah.
and going for everything which is difficult. Okay, but as I said, acting is not my profession. I have never treated it as a profession. I have always treated it as my passion,
Yeah.
as my love. Okay, and and that has prompted me to be part of many independent films,
Yeah.
many short films, or the middle of the road cinema, the cinema that I believed in, the stories which could really mean something to me first, and I believe that these are the stories that need to be told. So it all came from my belief
Yeah.
into the stories, into being into doing something right and new and unique with my own
Yeah.
passion.
Yeah, but today it is inspirational, obviously, and it is an aspirational journey that you've had. But as you said, leaving the comfort of the mainstream cinema, leaving that money behind, in the beginning of your career, when you are kind of making your foray into it, when people don't know you as much, at that time, was it difficult to kind of leave that comfort?
Actually, I have gone the other way around. I was much more well known when I have left the comfort of it and went into the direction of independent films. Uh, and I went into it full hog after Gangs of Wasseypur.
Yeah.
And since then, I have been doing independent films mostly and getting into mainstream very few times. And my journey into independent films have been very, very rewarding. I learned a lot. It has taught me a lot as a creative person. And whatever I learned from that experience, I try to use it in the mainstream films when I'm part of.
Yeah. And getting to the secrets of the Kohinoor, when I saw the trailer, there's a line that said, "Ki even though it's like shining and it's kind of like the spectacle that it is, wherever it goes, there has been violence, there has been
Right.
inequality, there has been a darkness that follows it." What would you say has the darkness been in your career?
My career, the only darkness, as you call it, dark phase has been when I shifted to Mumbai from Delhi, where I was doing theatre and I was quite a well-known name. But coming to Mumbai, not working and looking for work, looking for your next meal. Was quite a challenge and quite a hard period for me, and I was not keeping well with no money in the pocket, no one to go to. So I consider those 5 years the darkest phase of my career. But other than that, I have always been, all the lows in the career, the fall, the failure, it I can always make it a soft story, but believe me, I have always enjoyed, each and every phase of my career because I was not expecting too much out of my career.
But I have to say, like, whatever those circumstances have been, it has led you here.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's kind of all worth it.
Yeah, all worth it, all worth it. Also because I don't take my failures seriously, and I don't let the success go to my head.
Yeah. And also, one thing that is commendable about your journey is that very few people have been able to achieve that. That if you're doing a intense film like Aligarh or doing something like Bhosle, you have also done a light-hearted film like Suraj Pe Mangal Bhai.
Yes.
You have also done a web show that has got you so much success and recognition. The Family Man is a rage.
Right.
That is the lowest, the term I could go for that.
Right.
So for you to kind of manage that equality between all the mediums or the kind of cinema, has that been tricky in any?
No, I see it's tricky if you really think about it too seriously. I take up projects which interest me. I don't think about the medium too much. I don't give mediums that much of an importance. Because for me, I'm an actor. Whether I'm acting for OTT or satellite or cinema, I'm always facing the camera.
Yeah.
So camera is a constant thing for me. After that, what you do with the product, what a producer does with the product, or what a director does with the product is completely is their right and it's in their territory. I get out of it once my job is done.
Yeah. And last year, like, you had such a high professionally. You got a 3rd national award for Bhosle. But at the same time, in personal life, you suffered a loss of your father. So how was it like dealing with that up and down of personal and professional life for you?
By God's grace, I have seen many of the downs. Yes, losing my father was the biggest down till now in my entire career, entire life, because he's somebody I loved from the core of my heart. He was not only a father but also, everything for me. He is somebody who always believed in me blindly, though he knew nothing about what I wanted to do. I'll miss him, but age is something that you can't do anything about it. But I know that wherever he is, he's very happy.
Yeah. And even though he couldn't see you get that award on stage,
Right.
but at least he got to hear the announcement of it.
Oh, definitely. My father took a great pride in each and every small thing or big thing I have achieved in life. He was very excited to accompany me with my wife when I was going to receive Padma Shri. That time my mother was operated upon, so she couldn't come. She was hospitalized. But my father was somebody who was always a biggest cheerleader of Manoj Bajpayee. So one felt completely devastated, but somewhere I knew that it's better that he was gone because he was in too much pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like after the pandemic has gotten over and cinemas have reopened, do you feel like Bollywood has gotten under a lot more scrutiny as compared to the other cinema that is coming?
That's completely unnecessary. Sometimes we make too much out of a bad phase. Cinema cannot die. Hindi cinema, it will not. But yes, it will course correct itself,
Yeah.
and it will again, come back into
Yeah.
its normal self. But yes, the pre-pandemic phase will not be there. Some new, interesting, exciting phase that you'll see of Hindi cinema in the years to come.
Yeah. Do you think is there something that we are lacking in right now?
Nothing. We don't lack anything. We have all the, we have been entertaining the audience for so many years, so many decades.
Yeah.
It just needed some course correction, and I think people are intelligent enough. Some new directors are coming. Some fine actors are coming. There are always. You should always believe and trust the generation to come that they'll hoist the flag higher and higher.
Yeah. Talking about the future as well, like you're working with Sharmila ma'am,
Yes.
and you have worked with Saif before. Is there any similarity you notice between the two and the kind of work they do?
They're completely two different people. Sharmila ji, it's been an honor to work with her. First of all, I must say that. And secondly, she's a very caring and very graceful lady. Very, very caring. We still talk on the messages. She feels concerned as a senior when you are not well, or you are uncomfortable about anything, and at times she comes to you for advice also. So she's that democratic and that open. There are many aspects about Sharmila ji which is too fascinating.
Yeah. Lastly, now that your daughter is growing up, have you started sharing more of your work with her, and how does she
I do
respond
that
to it?
definitely. Now we interact a lot. We are like friends more than father and daughter. She's gone to the hostel where she comes on the weekend and then goes back on Sunday. But we are very close to each other, and as I said, there's no relationship of father and daughter. It's more of
Friends.
one big friend and one small friend.
But on that note, I have to say, sir, your journey has been an inspiration for many, including me. So thank you for carrying yourself like this. Thank you for carrying your legacy like this. And can't wait to see you rule the industry and the world, I would say,
Thank
for
you.
at least 10 decades more to come.
Thank you.
Yeah, at least.
Thank
We'll keep
you.
that the lower limit. But thank you so much
Thank
for this
you very
conversation.
much,
It has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hi, this is Manoj Bajpayee, and you're watching me on Bollywood Bubble.